Live on location. Me and D Miles out here in Orlando, staying our ass at home and safe. We got a very special guest by way of the Congo. We got the pride of the Congo. We got Mr. No 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 himself coming to us live
Not
and direct
today.
from ATL, shawty. We got Dikembe Mutombo, Hall of Fame, pulling up with us, y'all. And if you play around, he gonna slap it up out of there. Appreciate you coming through with us, big OG.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, guys. Hey, wait. Don't go to the bubble, man. I'm not going.
I'm not going to the bubble. I'm not going to the bubble, OG. Brought to you by AT&T 5G.
First question we ask everybody who come on the show is, when you first got to the NBA, who's the first person to bust your ass?
I tell you what, I was on the West Coast, and the game was a little bit different. I was worrying more about my challenge against Akeem Olajuwon and David Robinson. Those are the people that I was going against 5 times a year before the playoff. So I was trying to get myself ready for that.
Yeah, okay. So them two is the ones that kind of gave you the work.
Oh, yeah. They gave me a lot of work, especially Akeem Olajuwon. He made me work.
You grew up in Congo, and you started soccer and martial arts first. Like, what was that like?
Because there was nothing else to do. Those was the 2 sports that was available in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
The closest basketball court in the neighborhood was an hour by bus.
Yeah.
From where I grew up. So you have to catch the minibus for an hour for you to just get to the basketball court. And you gotta go there like around 5 or 7 or 6 o'clock, and you don't get home like until like 10 p.m. And it was too dangerous to work in the neighborhood. And my father didn't like that.
Yeah.
So you didn't really start playing basketball till 16. How did that come about for you?
No, my brother was playing for the national team. And he was a big star in the country. He was a team captain. Everybody knew about my brother. And every time I would be walking around or go to his game, people would ask him, why your youngest brother doesn't play? He's taller than you.
Yeah.
And then my brother would be like, y'all leave him alone. So I was so skinny and I was not strong enough. So people kind of left me alone, man.
Yeah. What are them early ages? Because I know you fell in love with martial arts, you fell in love with soccer. What was it about basketball that you wanted to just keep on going with that you fell in love with?
I really didn't like basketball for a long time. You know, I watched my brother playing when I was young. I always felt that basketball was too violent. People was always crashing to each other. You go to the basketball, somebody hits you, or you drop to the basket. But with soccer, you kick the ball and you rest.
Yeah.
And nobody's kicking you, nobody's pushing you up. So all you have to do is just run. So that was fine. And then martial art, it was so easy. You just go to the training every day. And in the day of the competition, that the day you're going to fight. That's the reason why I did like those 2 sports so good.
John Thompson is a coach that I always wanted to play for. Like he's my favorite college coach. Like if he was still coaching, like I don't even know how I would have got past John Thompson. If he can't talk to me, I'm talking about I've been sold. You know what I'm saying? But you got the opportunity to go to Georgetown, be with John Thompson, and the history that was there before you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So how was it trusting John Thompson and being part of that Georgetown program?
You know, when I came to Georgetown, I didn't come on a basketball scholarship. So I landed on campus as a regular student.
I didn't know that.
Wait, I never
didn't
knew
know
that.
that.
So
I didn't know
that.
that.
So you weren't recruited to go there?
I was not like you guys, man. You guys
Wow.
was lucky, man.
Yo, this is breaking news
know
for
this.
me right
they need
now.
To know this.
I
Yes,
found
so.
that out in 2000 right now. I just found
Yeah, they need to know this.
Yes, I was not recruited. I did get the U.S. government scholarship to come study medicine at Georgetown. So I have excelled so well as a student when I was in high school. I got a grant and scholarship to come to United States. So I was offered like a 6 or 7 scholarship. It was Georgetown, Kentucky, Syracuse, Indiana State, St. John. There was like another school.
Yeah.
But my father was making sure that I go somewhere I don't get lost, where I have a family member or there's somebody that we know.
Yeah.
So by me growing up and being a Christian and being a Protestant, there was so many missionaries. So my father was asking some of the American missionaries in Congo if they can be like my godparents and look after me when I came to America. So then we end up finding out that I did have a cousin who was a cardiovascular heart surgeon living in Washington, D.C. with his wife. And my father was like, oh my God, we got a deal. You will go to D.C. so you can have somebody look after you. And the only scholarship I have close to D.C. was Georgetown. My father said, okay, you go to Georgetown then. And end up to being a big story. And
how did John Thompson approach you? Like this. How did you learn to trust him?
When I was coming, the embassy told the school that there's a kid very, very tall. He wants to study science, but he's coming by himself in his own scholarship. He's paying for his own ticket to Georgetown, and the U.S. government is supporting him. So when I get there, a couple of days later, they say, the coach of basketball team would love to meet with you. Because everybody was asking me, how come you are not a basketball team? I was like, I'm not a basketball player. But they end up taking me to meet Coach Thompson. And by the time he saw me, he did like me. And I was so scared when I met him. I was like, whoa, who's this guy? And a year later, I have to wait for a year. A year later, they asked me to play if I can join the basketball team. So I joined the basketball team my sophomore year. Can you imagine that?
Man, that's crazy.
That is amazing. I never knew that. I thought you were like recruited from like, from over there. And
No.
I mean, then it does make me think though, this is well before any basketball without borders and the programs that you kind of helped usher in the place.
It was more academic. So
right.
I think my study that what made me come to America.
So that just speaks volumes.
I always wanted to come to America since I was young. Since I was like in 3rd grade. I used to tell my dad we should go to America.
Yeah.
So that just speaks volumes about how well you were doing academically to get a scholarship, not just a scholarship from Congo to America, but to Georgetown, which is people that's going on athletic scholarship, that's one of the hardest schools to qualify for academically. So that just speaks volumes about where you were as far as academically.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Nah, for real.
You have Alonzo Mourning there at Georgetown. Like, what did his friendship and him mean to you? A player that's, he was the man in high school in America.
He was the man. He
was
How was that?
He almost made the U.S. national team. He was the last cut. I love the man. He's a great guy. He's a great friend, great roommate. We have a great time at Georgetown. And I give Alonzo Mourning so many credits. I always say, I would have not becoming the Dikembe Mutombo I am today if I didn't have someone like Alonzo Mourning that I can compete against every given night in practice.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, man, I was foo-foo, man. I was horrible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, my freshman year, I was awful, man.
Yeah.
But Coach Thompson was like, I want you to go there and guard Alonzo Mourning. Do whatever you can do. Make sure that he doesn't score in practice. So that what made me better.
That was your
play
goal.
Against the guy who was already a superstar.
Yeah.
Yeah. While you set out your freshman year, what did you do? Did you play anything? Did you play like just work out on your own, or how did you prepare? Like when you said you had to sit out, but you knew that they were kind of interested in you.
I'm glad you asked me that question. I used to go play pickup game with a regular student. Everybody would be like 5'2", and I'll be 7'3", and I'll be dunking on everybody.
He out there, hey man, he out
blocking
there with
everything.
He out there with the intramurals club, with the intramurals team, and he said,
I'll tell you what. If you click on YouTube, there's a video on Dikembe Mutombo freshman year playing.
Oh man, we gotta find that. Team gotta find that.
Yeah, we gotta put that up. You did a summer intern at the U.S. Congress. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many students do that? The World Bank, that's who does that? Like usually the student do that, not no student athlete. You know what I'm saying? And that's big. Tell us about that experience, though.
I love political science. I love politics because when I was coming up at Georgetown, I was not 100% sure that I would be going to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to prepare myself to have something to back me up. In case basketball doesn't succeed, I can go work at the World Bank or go work at the State Department. It was something I really did enjoy. I was so happy to have those jobs. And the university, you have a good connection with all those institutions, and they have a great platform. They allowed most of the basketball players to work in Capitol Hill, so it was great.
At what point, like you say, freshman year, you just got there, you weren't playing basketball, you were just playing with the intramural team. Then sophomore year, you get introduced to the team, and you terrible. You know what I'm saying? You trying to figure it out. So for you, at what point did it kind of start to click where it was like, okay, I'm kind of figuring out this game, and I'm figuring everything was new, but I'm kind of figuring out basketball. And then everybody else started to see, like, when did you see how Coach Thompson started to look at you different, and then your game started to trend? Like, when did you start to see that I'm getting pretty good at this?
I think it was late February or March 1989. It was a game that we played against St. John. It was the biggest Saturday game. It was on CBS.
Big East.
And Richardson, I used to average only 3 to 5 minutes a game. That's what Coach Thompson would give it to me. And Alonzo Mourning will play 36 minutes. That tell you how bad I was. So one day against St. John, Alonzo just got beat up and he got in a foul trouble. I think he picked up like a 3 foul in the first half. And Coach Thompson just looked behind the bench, he called, Africa, come here.
So he's calling you Africa?
It's like I didn't have no name. The only thing he does is say, okay, my African player. He said, yeah, Africa, come here. So I walk in, I was so excited. He said, hey, I don't want you to score. I don't want you to shoot. All I want you to is block shot and rebound like you do against Alonzo Mourning in practice. You know what, guys? I went to the game. Alonzo was sitting on the bench. After 19 minutes, I broke the NCAA record, 12 block shot.
Straight up.
And everybody was like, who's this guy, coach?
And he hasn't been playing at all. He hasn't been playing all.
You broke the whole. Where did you get him from? John Thompson was like, that was my secret. I was hiding him. Yeah. And I think that's when Dikembe Mutombo was born. That's when everybody across the U.S. started asking questions, who's that kid? And I becoming one of the defense forces in the NCAA.
When you decided to go to the draft and when you heard like you had the opportunity to make it to the NBA, like you said, going into this, I didn't think, but 3 years later, it's like you're a hot commodity. What was that feeling like to hear that the NBA, the biggest league ever, wants you to play in their league?
I couldn't believe it. I give credit to Patrick Ewing because when Patrick was in the NBA, every summer he would come to Georgetown like for 4 months on campus, just work out with me and Alonzo Mourning. Take us outside. We would train like 5 to 7 hours a day, 3 hours in the morning, 4 hours in the afternoon. And he was like, guys, if you want to make it to the NBA, this is what you need to do. You got to go in the morning, 3 hours, lift the weight, do all the cardio, come back in the afternoon, go to the soccer field, do a couple running on the soccer field, and go play basketball for 3 more hours. And it paid for. It was a great.
Y'all 3 are the greatest centers ever to play this game, and to just get that experience, like y'all gotta guard each other. Y'all, not only y'all working out, y'all gotta guard each other. So I could just imagine the block shots, the elbows, the bumping.
It was fight every day.
That's dope, man.
I enjoy it, man. I enjoyed those days, man. I enjoyed it.
How accomplished did you feel as far as basketball for you, as far as getting to your senior year and everything? You know, the momentum is building around you, but you get to your senior year and Coach Thompson names you the captain of the team. For you to come from a freshman that wasn't even recruited for basketball, you know what I'm saying? You just here, and then you get thrown into this whole whirlwind, and then 3 years later, here you are established. You are, you know what I'm saying? You got the NBA calling, obviously the NCAA calling you an All-American and different things, and now you the captain of the team. Like, how did that feel for you? As you say, your freshman year, I was terrible. When I first got there, I was terrible. And now you see yourself as I'm established, I'm getting better, and I could possibly have a career in this.
I was lucky. All over my life, I was surrounded by good teachers, good mentors, people that I look as a father figure to me, people who made sure that I didn't get in trouble, people who made sure that I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was not going crazy. I was not staying on the street. All I had to do is just listen to them. And those are the promise I made myself to Coach Thompson. I will do what you're asking me to do, and as long as you lead me to the promised land. And Coach used to say that, he says, son, you do what I tell you to do, you will get there. And those messages were sticking on my head, and I didn't want to let it go. I was making sure that I just keep working hard. And then when he called me as a team captain my senior year, I was like, oh God. This is a boy from Africa, from Congo, came to America with a different mindset. And now you're playing basketball, and then you start playing basketball and you were not even good. Now you get called to becoming a team captain, and you got more than 14 guys who look after you every day as a leader. There was a lot of responsibility. And I think it was a test for me to show Coach Thompson that I'm ready for the next level. I'm ready for the challenge. I'm ready for the responsibility that I'm about to have. And it felt so good, man. I really enjoyed it.
Did you think you was going to get drafted by anybody else? Did you think you knew it was the Denver Nuggets, or did you think you maybe was going to go somewhere else?
Good question. Good question. I really want to go to Denver, personally. I think the reason I really want to go to Denver because Bernie Bickerstaff, who was the general manager for the Denver Nuggets, he was the only guy who came to see me more than anybody during the regular season. He came to my practice at Georgetown to see me. He came to few of my games on the road to see me, just making sure that I was developing to the top of the basketball player that everybody was talking about. He was just trying to know me much better. And when I found out that Denver Nuggets was on the top 5 team to pick me, I was like, okay, I don't need to go to New Jersey. If I get picked by Charlotte, I'll be happy to go to Charlotte. But I knew that their heart was an MJ, man, Larry. It was on Larry Johnson. So it was going to pick up grandma. They was not looking at me like, no, Dikembe is our guy. The general manager of Charlotte, he was not sure that I was the one he was looking for. He said, no, Dikembe, I'm sorry, I like Larry Johnson so much, I think I'm going to pick him up. Even though you are good, but we're going to pick Larry Johnson. I was like, fine.
Yeah.
When I knew Charlotte was about to pick Larry Johnson, I told New Jersey, I told Sacramento, I said, hey, don't pick me up because I'm not coming. Let me go somewhere else.
I see that. See, OG, you get to make those moves when you got the proper representation, right? You got the proper representation to express your true feelings in the right way.
John, you got David Falk. I have a big weight with me, and I went to visit New Jersey for 2 days, but I told them I'm not coming. I said, I just came to visit, but I don't want to be here.
Just try to enjoy the sights, take this good visit.
So you just you knew who you wanted, and that's where you going. You made your mind up.
Yes, I said I want to go to the Colorado Rocky. I want to go to the mountain.
Straight up.
To the mountain. Yes.
So when you got to Denver, Denver is a beautiful place, man. Summertime, I know you see that winter, but when you see this summertime, man, Denver is a beautiful place.
Man, it's beautiful all season. I really enjoy living there, man. Waking up in the morning, looking at your windows and see all the mountain there. I miss that.
How was that for you coming from well, you I guess being in Georgetown, you got this. How was that for you when you got to Georgetown to see all of the snow?
Oh, it was crazy. You should see this. The first day on campus, I think it was like late September, we did have a snow in DC. Out of nowhere, everybody came to knock on my windows. Africa! Everybody was like, Africa, it's snowing outside. I was like, okay. I didn't have no gloves. I didn't have no boots. I didn't have no winter coat. It was bad, man. I was broke, period. You know what I'm talking about, man. I was broke.
Yeah. We know.
I know. So when you got to the league, defense was the immediate impact. You impacted the league right away with your defense, and like you say, John Thompson said, I don't want you to do nothing but rebound and block shots, and you definitely did that right away. But when you was there, did it get to the point where you start seeing all these superstar players, and you like, if y'all bring that shit up in here, I'm beating that shit up. Like, you get that shit up out of there. So then you had people on your list that you definitely wanted to get. Who was some of the people that was on your list when you first started getting out there? You was like, I'm gonna get his ass.
I think Michael was there. Michael was really on the top of the world back then. For me, just looking at to play against Michael was a big success. Akeem Olajuwon and David Robinson being in the West Coast. I have a beautiful, beautiful rookie years, man. As you look
All-star.
Yeah.
How many rookies do you know that come in the league and dominate the NBA defensively?
Yeah.
On the rookie year. There's only few. So I was lucky to be among those elite class. I set up my goal. Do you know why I got to that point? You can't give the credit to Bill Russell. Couple of weeks before the season started, Bill Russell came in DC to spend 3 days with me. Just walk around with me. I didn't say that he took me to the basketball court. He just came in. He said, no, I don't have no time to show you nothing in the basketball court. John Thompson did that already. Patrick Ewing did that already. You and I, we're going to take a walk. You have breakfast, you have lunch together, and you have dinner. And we're just going to talk. He said, I want to get inside your head. I want to see, are you ready for the next level? And I want to know what is missing so I can tell you. So we spent about 2 days and a half, and we talk, we walk. And he told me there's 2 things you can do in the NBA, and everybody will remember you more than the people who score 50 points and 40 points. He said, Dikembe, you go there, you get more than 12 or 15 rebounds a game, and more than 3 to 5 block shots a day. You will be remembered as one of the most defensive players that played this game, and you will win everything. I trust the man. Because you know what? Because he have 11 rings and 10 fingers.
Hey, yeah.
I cannot beat that. He really helped me a lot. He helped me. I always say that my mental toughness of playing the game defensively came from Coach Thompson, who played with Bill Russell, and who invited Bill Russell to also talk to me to give me something. So I did have a combination of the 2 guys.
How did you feel? Like you come in, like you say, you one of the few rookies, you dominate the league defensively, you make all-star team. Me and D can remember all this, by the way. We kids watching all this happening, like, man, this dude come out of nowhere. But like, so 1993, how does it feel when you, like you said, you a kid from Congo, grew up poor, didn't even have really shoes all the time, and now Adidas tell you they're going to give you your...
There was no shoes, period. I used to wear my brother tennis shoes to go to school. I was wearing size 15 and my brother was wearing 12, and I had to cut the front of his shoes so my toes can slap up so I can go to school, man.
Nah, that was just them new sandals. Them new sandals, man, know about.
Hey, you was ahead of your time.
With the toes out.
Hey, Yeezy ain't have nothing on you. You been doing this.
Man. I come from long way, man. Trust me, I come from long way.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like now you get to 93 and you get Adidas coming to you saying that we want to make give you your own shoe. Like, what is that? Like, what are you thinking when you find that out? Like, I'm about to get my own shoe. Like, one, you a center. The centers don't even get shoes. Like, centers don't even, like, you get not only
So what are you trying to say? Center are not part of the NBA? No. I think Patrick Ewing was one of the big centers to have his own shoes.
Yeah.
So when I came, I kind of followed that path a little bit.
Yeah.
I was lucky. Adidas Swat to me was like, we want to create a shoes for you. I said, shoes? I was like, okay, what you gonna call it? They said, we're gonna call it Mutombo. I said, Mutombo shoes. I said, that sounds cool. And it was a good success, man. For somebody who came from Africa, who didn't dream so much about playing the game, and the game came to you And I end up embracing the game. And I took serious in the game to becoming successful. So everything that was coming, I knew that I deserved.
And then that was dope, man. I remember when they came out, they had the African, the colors and the different
the
stuff.
Blueprint, yes.
Yeah, it was like they was unique on so many levels, and it was that was a capsule right there.
In '94, y'all make the playoffs.
Yes.
8 seed. Y'all just get in the door. Y'all playing the Supersonics. Y'all playing Rain Man and the Glove. All I remember, and they still show this highlight to this day, is when you grab that last rebound, the joy in your face. The joy in your face that's what basketball is all about. Like it seemed like it was so much hard work, so much of you believing that y'all can actually do it and beat this number 1 seed, something that haven't been done. You know what I'm saying? So how did that feel, that moment, that series? Like, how was that? When did y'all believe that, oh, shit, we could fuck around and get them for real?
You know what? We was playing against one of the best teams in the NBA back then. And there was a team that had won more than 69 games from the regular season. So we were considered as a team that was going to get Swat.
Yeah.
But after the second game, our coach, Dan Iso, who played also for the Denver Nuggets, someone that I admire so much, gave us a wonderful speech in the locker room. He said, guys, you guys got nothing to lose. You deserve to be here. Win or lose, people will be proud of you for making the playoff. Nobody didn't think the Denver Nuggets was going to make the playoff. But you're already here. All you have to do is just go out there, do whatever you have to do, and leave everything on the basketball court. He said, guys, I'm so proud of you guys. If you lose again, I'm still going to be proud of you. If you win, I'm going to be much proud of you. Just let's go out and fight. And 5 minutes before the game starts, the ball boy walked in the locker room, told us that the Seattle Supersonic, you have checked out from the hotel, and the pilot and the flight attendant are already in the airport. They are leaving after the game. Then Iso was like, what? We got 2 hours to play the basketball game and these people already check out. So they're going to kick our ass and they're going to go
home. Yeah.
That's when the fire went so high in the locker room. Everybody was like, we are going there to fight. If we're going to die on the court, we are going to die on the court. And that's what made us to kill them.
Now y'all kick their ass, and now they in history of y'all kicking their ass and going home.
You know what? And beating them on game 5, it was one of the emotional feeling that any player can have in that moment.
Yeah.
I didn't think the ball was going to come my way, but I was lucky to grab the last rebound.
Yeah.
And when the clock just went, oh, I was like, oh my God, we are gone.
This shit feel good. This feel good. We won one. Yes. Not only did we barely get in here, we beat the number 1 seed. Y'all fucked up the playoffs that year. Y'all fucked up the playoffs that year. Everybody looking at Seattle like they kicked ass all year, and y'all shut that shit down. That shit was crazy. I remember that like yesterday.
Remember, we almost got Utah in the second round. We lost in game 7. After they beat us 3 games straight, we came back, we beat them 3 times straight.
Yeah.
And we lost in game 7. But
knowing what Denver mean to you, when they didn't sign you back, how did that feel? What was that feeling like when the team, you was like, I could play here forever. I'm here. I'm cool with where I'm at. But, you know, the business of basketball, you know, the politics, the part we don't really want to talk about or really get too much deep into, it always come into everybody's career that play this game.
And you was coming off Defensive Player of the Year that year too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken. It took me 5 or 6 years to recover.
Really?
Because I was their franchise. The team was not doing well before I got there.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly I came in, we started winning. We made the playoffs, and we made the playoffs again, and I ended up winning Defensive Player of the Year twice, and I ended up making the All-Star game 3 times. So I knew that I had become the face of their franchise. So their franchise need me to keep moving forward. Then when I didn't get a call about coming back, I was like, what happened to me here? Was a man not good enough to be somebody there when I get? And I get a call the next day that Atlanta Hawks was offering me more money than anybody. Then I went to Atlanta. But it was a long healing moment to leave Denver. But you know, as you say, Miles, it's part of the business, man. It's part of politics. We cannot get on this. They shake your hands today, the next day they say,
Yeah. You really know the meaning of the word business fucking with them.
So wait, so Denver never even offered a contract? They never even did anything?
No. They didn't even call me to come sit down and talk, to ask me, what do you want? Wow. They was like, we're not going to sign you. On the last day, when we lost the last game, right away there was an article in the newspaper, the Nuggets are not going to sign Dikembe Mutombo. Before even the season was finished. I was like, I don't know what the media is talking about. This is my town. I'm not going nowhere. Myself, I was like, I'm not going nowhere because I just got married that year. And then we built a new home. My wife and I built a beautiful home in Denver. So we just lived in a house like for 6 months. So I was so excited. And next time I knew, they was like, oh, you're not coming back. So I had to sell the house and ship everything out. It's part of the business, man. We can shake hands, but it's business, nothing personal.
It's crazy because I was in the same scenario. I had just signed I signed my 6-year deal with Phoenix.
Yes.
And same scenario, like I'm renting a house for the whole year because I had built the house. I had a house built, so I'm watching.
Yes.
Like they had put me like in a little rental house for that year. So every day coming home to and from practice, I'm looking at the crib, looking at the house getting built. Crazy big crib. Crib get completed. I get traded, like literally, OJ, I get traded the week before they filled my pool up. I was so hurt, and like, I don't know, I think I was more hurt about not getting to live in the crib than really getting traded. But it was like you say.
The fans don't know that.
Yeah.
NBA fans don't know that. They don't know what we go through emotionally. Or they say, oh, he got traded. But they forgot that we got wife and kids, we have to move. We got to go look for a school. We got to look for a house. And oh, God.
Atlanta offer you the contract. They give you the biggest contract out of everybody. And now you there, and it's a guy named Steve Smith who's a dog.
Smitty. OG Smitty.
He's a dog and trained to go. Get there, y'all back-to-back 50 wins. Like, the success was it was a different caliber team. Than it was when you was just in Denver. Y'all was starting off and y'all was growing to be good, but now it's like y'all got 2 efficient superstars that's ready to go. We supposed to be good, no doubt. So how was that just getting to Atlanta and you like, no, I got Steve Smith, we got pieces, we can win games.
It was different coming from the Denver to Atlanta because first they start with the coach. We did have Lenny Walton. One of the greatest coaches in the NBA history. One of the winningest coaches in the NBA history.
Yeah.
Great man, great father figure. Then I was surrounded by so many great players, great men, great veterans, guys who've been in the league more than 5 years, 7 years. So guys who understand the game properly, they know what it's like to win every given night. I think that's the reason why we did have success here in Atlanta.
To win in Atlanta, and I know like Atlanta is a black city. It's a black town. All the black people. You not African in Atlanta. You black. You more than African. You just like
that's
you
Wakanda. That's
like,
Wakanda.
Like,
what you talking about? That's
I'm
Wakanda.
here with my people.
Here, when I came to Atlanta, man, on the first day I was signing, I took a drive outside. I was like, I felt like I was home.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was in America. I thought I was in Africa, man.
Yeah.
That's Wakanda,
because everywhere I go, I was like, oh my God, my people are here.
How did you feel? How the Atlanta fans like embraced you? You know what I'm saying? This is Mutombo's town right here. Like anything dealing with Atlanta.
Airport, when you land in the airport, you see Dikembe when you going up the escalator. This is my airport shirt. You feel me?
How did it feel to have them your people? You see more of your kind, more of your color, like it's rooting for you, and you representing that type of town.
I felt so good, man. It was a big change. You knew you were in the NBA, but the people that you were looking from left and right are the same people who look just like you. Who have done so well in life, who are successful, who work hard, they're doctors, nurses, lawyers, CEO. It kind of inspire you a little bit. You wish you can see so many places like this in America. And I felt like I was fit. And I look at my wife, I say, we are staying here for the rest of our life. We're not going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere.
Atlanta is definitely one of the cities where black excellence is on full display all the time. Like you said, whether it's whatever field, whether it's nursing, doctors, like you say, I fly in there all the time to work for Turner and stuff like that. Now you flying in first class, like you sometimes I give myself that little chuckle because you see all type of different of us in first class. Like seriously though, like it could be whatever. It could be the super button up business type. You might see a young kid looking super hip hop, but like it's like all walks of us. We in first class, we flying, you know what I'm saying? We not in the back of the plane or nothing like that. Like you said, it's success and it's black excellence. You see us in big houses, owning stuff, owning businesses there, doing things, and and then I love the fact that in Atlanta, that a lot, like they come together a lot. They come y'all come together and do a lot, and that's powerful to me.
Business group here, all the people of color.
Yeah, and it's us. You know what I'm saying? That's doing it. The fans you see in the sand is
especially with all these things going on now.
Yeah.
You have to find your
The other thing about Atlanta though, like when you go to the games, they have probably the closest experience that we want to go to every time. Like out of every arena, like I saw the whole thing come up when they were talking about our experience is too black and all of that stuff. But like, it's because that's what it is. When you go to that game, I'm telling you, when I was removed from playing, I'm on the bench with the Pistons and stuff. And when we got to Detroit, it's like now I'm kind of unplugged from being like locked in to play. And it's like you looking around and it's like, yo, like this is crazy. It's kind of like, yo, like it felt like Zo Summer Groove or something instead of just like, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't just feel, it was like, yo, you looking around, it's like you might see T.I. or, Luda or somebody or just 2 Chainz, and it's just like, and then they performing at halftime, and it was like, yo, this is cracking. Like they DJ up in there, he playing all our music. The effects and stuff is like us. It was like you feel it.
Yeah, you feel the culture in the room.
Man. Beautiful place. I know y'all been here so much, man. It's a beautiful city. I love being here.
So in Atlanta, y'all made the playoffs, but y'all just couldn't really get over that hump. You see,
that damn Chicago, man.
I was just about to say, this is a particular hump you're speaking of.
I didn't want to say that. I'm just trying to, we ain't here for that. But
that damn Chicago, you know what I'm talking about. That guy in Chicago, number 23, that guy, man.
He had 45 one time and came back and got loose.
Hey, wait. So this is the question I want to ask. Speaking to him, because we all saw it on The Last Dance where you was talking your trash, say Michael ain't got me. He ain't got me. And then what was the reaction when he got you? Like it wasn't one of his worst or crazy. You could at least you could say that wasn't like one of the nasty posters. It was like a little sneaky. But how did it feel when you turned and he said this to you? I said, "Oh, look at you know me. I'm a kid. We went crazy." I said, "Oh, Michael got him. He got him. He waved the finger."
The almighty Mutombo is Mike.
Michael talk about that moment until today. Every time I run up to him, he be like, "Dick, you know I got you, no? I got you." He always remember.
He ain't never gonna let you live it down.
No. It took the guy 7 years, man, to get one done. So he was so happy, man. To me, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. To a shot blocker, they some got to get through, but many of them don't. You know that, right? But
that was the one thing I learned to respect once I got to the league and learned about the blockers. I was like, especially Zo, because I was like, because I remember D-Right, you said all the time, Zo get mad, somebody say something. Zo started looking at him like, boy, you know how many I done put up out of here? Like, somebody gonna get through. I go at everything. I don't let nothing not come in here and contest it. I say, that's true, though. When you start thinking about it like that, like, you only 7 years to get you one time, like, you're getting a pretty good percentage.
I feel like that's what a great shot blocker becomes, where they don't care about the last play. They looking for the next block. You know what I'm saying? Looking for the next block. That's the dope thing about being a shot blocker, Q, which you might not know nothing about. But we'll talk about that another day.
If you're a great shot blocker, you always got to remember that you're not going to catch everybody.
Yeah.
Bill Russell told me that before I got to the NBA. He said, son, you're going to get dunked. Trust me, but you want to prevent as many shots as you can as possible. So I knew what I have to do.
Yeah.
But Michael got me only one time. But everybody in the NBA history, they don't think how many block shots I got for Michael. They remember only one time that he dunked on me.
Right.
And I went to the bank today.
Yeah.
As I was coming up, they do walk to me and say, yeah, I saw The Last Dance. Michael don't call you. I think that's what you saw.
Hey, you can't even go to the bank without somebody bringing that up to you, man.
I'm in the Hall of Fame, man. I made all the All-Star team. I made one of the great defense players. People remember only one time I got dunked. Like I didn't block, no shot. Only I got dunked one time by Michael Jordan.
So the 76ers had Allen Iverson, who was being scoring champ or top 3 scorer every year. Great coaching.
Great guy to work with.
Great
Bubba
coaching,
Chuck.
Larry Brown. What they was missing was the defensive piece. They had all the offense in the days because Allen Iverson gonna score all the points. But they needed that defense to stop the other team from scoring. Like when you got traded there, you came in, it was just like perfect. Like did nothing fuck up. They instantly became a title contender right away. It wasn't just about making the playoffs off Allen Iverson scoring. It's about we can get a chance to win it and win this title. Like how was to get on that team?
Defensive Player of the Year aspect.
Yeah.
Remember when we played in the All-Star game in DC in 2000?
Yeah,
we were there.
Yeah, and after the game, in the fourth quarter, after we made the comeback.
The comeback.
The Eastern made a comeback. I have
great game.
Y'all had Marbury, Iverson.
Yes.
Jason
I ended
Kidd.
up with like 31 rebounds. So, and about 7 block shots. Coach Larry Brown looked at me at the third quarter. He said, son,
That's his
you
word.
are coming with me. I was like,
I'm coming to get you now. I'm coming to get you right away as soon as I get back home.
This in the middle of the timeout. He said, you coming with me. Everybody was like, where you guys are going? He said, no, you coming with me in Philly. So I thought it was a joke. I was like, okay, maybe coach like me. He said, no, if I'm going to make to the championship, you the one who's going to take us. And the air was like, said, coach, yes, he's coming with us. The next day, the phone rang. I was in Philadelphia.
So would that be considered tampering or something like that? Or that didn't even exist back. That didn't exist back then. Coach Brown was just talking. Y'all was just talking and talking.
So I flew after the game to LA with the Atlanta Hawks because we was playing the Lakers 2 days later. And I was trying to get on the bus. I was leaving the hotel to go get on the bus. I was the last one. I see the trainer, Wally Blaze, walk to me. Wally said, Dikembe, coach need to talk to you. I was like, why? Because I'm late? Oh, no, you're not late. I said, why? Because I'm the last one on the bus. They said, no. So I think the coach said, go check in your room. There's a voice message for you. But we have to go. Go back to your room.
What?
I said, the game is in 2 hours and a half. They said, no, you go back to your room. You're not playing tonight. I said, coach, what do you mean? Well, when they closed the door, the bus gone. So I didn't get a chance to say bye to my teammate or nothing. The bus was gone.
So they didn't give you an explanation. They told you to go listen to the voicemail.
Yes. I went back to my room.
What?
And there was a voice message in my room, my hotel room. I listened and said, Dick, you've been traded to Philadelphia. I always ask this question. I know we're talking about NBA's business, but sometimes you wonder, why do they treat people sometimes like that? Just talk
That's
to
crazy. That's crazy. Like, kicked you off the bus, wouldn't tell you. Like, he could have just told you, like, yo, man, they traded you. It wasn't my call. Like they just told you, go listen to the voicemail. I ain't going to be the bearer of bad news. I ain't saying it. Go listen to the voicemail.
You too big for me to tell you this shit.
That's wild.
Hey, man, I went there, was like, you been traded. So I called my agent, David Fuck. I said, David, what's going on? Oh, Dick, I'm sorry. I just got a call. You've been traded to the 76ers. But I was happy because Larry Brown have told me, you coming with me. So I knew that.
Yeah, that was a good comfort zone, knowing that at least where I am going, you know he want me really bad at least.
So when you got there right away, did you see it was like, oh yeah, something special? We can really kind of really do something. When y'all started playing team, y'all started beating that.
You know what? There was a great team. They was number 1 in the Eastern Conference. They had won more games than anybody. They was playing so well. AI was scoring like crazy. I knew that there was a perfect place for me to be in. I was going to fit with the system. I don't have to shoot the ball. All I have to go just get a rebound and put back because I know AI is going to shoot everything. In the back end, all I have to do is just block shot, and so we can win. So I know what I was doing.
Yeah, you shut shit down.
All I have to do is just this.
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Y'all played Kobe and Shaq now at the end in the finals. Like, I feel like Shaq was being so dominant in the league. You played him better than anybody could play him. Like, you got to be a brave man to put your face in there and let that bow swing around.
Nah, this was peak Shaq. Like,
yeah, when you swing that, when he swing that bow for your face to be right there, you was a brave man to even attempt that. That finals, and y'all winning that first game. I remember that first game y'all won. Y'all went off.
Oh,
Like,
man, that was great, man.
Like, how was that game for you? Remember that first game that y'all played, game 1, when y'all beat them in L.A.?
We knew that we didn't have the ability to beat them. So defensively, we were better. Offensively, we know that we have AR. All we have to do is set as many pick and roll to get him loose, and he was going to get the shot. And Taron and I just had to crush the ball and get a rebound. And then we did that. I always believe we should have won the game too, because we was up by 10 with 2 minutes left.
Yes, you were.
With 2 minutes left.
They snuck that one.
Shot fell out. Then I don't know what happened. Something have happened. And Coach Brian was like, Dick, I think the game is over. I'm going to take you out, save you for game 3. Because Shaq is not there. Let somebody else play. We win the game. As soon as I came to sit on the bench with like 1 minute and 40-some seconds, our late brother, Kobe Bryant, pushed the ball down, scored 3 3-pointers on the roll. Boom, 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 right away. The game was done. We was up at 1. I was like, Coach, I need to go back in. Oh, no, we got it. Boom. We lose the ball again. And they went and scored and we lost the game.
Mm.
And I always say, if we had beat them that 2 games, maybe it was a chance for me to win a championship.
Mm.
Right. So you spoke on it. You said that you knew all you had to do was this right here, right? Tell me where that originated. Where did that come from? When did you, like, what made you start doing it, and just what was the origin of that? It's legendary. It's iconic now.
When I came to the league, I knew I was a different forces because the way I was approaching the game every given night, with a mission and with a purpose. The purpose was to stop anybody that was coming to the basket. And my mission was to win. And every time I would block shot, but people were still coming in, trying to put a little bit on me. Then I used to shake my head every time I would block the shot. Then I said, man, fuck this. Those guys are not listening to me. Maybe start giving them the finger word.
Yeah.
Victory. And I'll tell you what, I lost a lot of money in that finger word, man. I got so many technical fouls. But no referee will kick me out of the game. They'll be like, Dick, if you do that, we kick you, you get a tech. I will get a tech, the first tech, then I will do that again. They'll be like, please stop, man. We don't want to kick you out of the game.
Is it true, like you say you got technicals for it, did they try and ban it or stop you from doing the finger wave like the league?
The league tried to ban it. My father, they did ban it, but I didn't stop. I was getting a call all the time with the commissioner, David, and he would call me like, Dikembe, what did that tell you? Stop. And I was like, David, it's already on my blood, it's on my system, I cannot stop. And a couple of years later, he was like, do you know what? Forget about it, you just keep doing it.
To see like young kids from Congo like Serge Ibaka,
Bismarck, everybody.
Yeah. To see young kids come up, you know, to do that and do it and get it from you, somebody that started this shit. Like, how do you feel to see the next generation still keeping the love and keeping that tradition going?
I think it brings a lot of love to me and make me appreciate my contribution to the NBA, my contribution to this game. That I played this game with a lot of passion, with a lot of love, and I left so much admiration to so many people in the generation to come. And so many of those young people who came after us, they tried to copy a few things that I did when I was in the NBA. It's the same thing I did. I was able to copy a lot of things Bill Russell, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I took the hook shot from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You cannot play in a professional league in any level without copying somebody who came before you.
Exactly.
Don't let nobody fool you that my brothers will say that, oh, I create my own game. No, you didn't create your own game. You pick up from somebody who left.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is.
When you play with the Rockets with that team with T-Mac and Yao, and like you were 40 years old, coming off the bench, still averaging 10 rebounds off the bench behind Yao and limited action, still smacking stuff up out of there. And you had the oldest person to get 22 rebounds in the game at 40 ever. Like, how was that experience with the Rockets toward the end of your career? And you got to play with prime T-Mac, prime Yao.
Oh, that was the best time, man. I don't know why I loved my last 5 years in Houston better than any place. I think because I was old and I was surrounded with young people. It's like grandpa with his grandkids.
And they wasn't asking you to do it too much. You had somebody in front of you come in and do your thing in short time and then go back and chill out.
Yes, it was good time, man. T-Mac is a great guy, great teammate. Yao is the best. We remain friends until today, man. I love those guys. I love them.
What I love about your career so much, like, man, every team you went to, you fit in so perfect, and it was like a reinvention. Not like you ain't did nothing before, but it was like every team from New Jersey to New York to even Houston when you got there with Yao.
Yes.
It was always like a reinvention of you, like a new start, but coming in as one of the best players in this league. Like, how was it? You know, I know you journeyman for a few years through New Jersey, through New York, got to Houston, but every year it's like you fit in so perfect. And defense always fit in perfect when you taking care, you the front lining, right?
It took me a while to realize that through your career in the NBA, there's no assurance that they give it to you saying that, Quentin, Miles, you gonna play only for the Phoenix Sun. Nobody knows where you're gonna finish. Nobody ever been drafted. First, you don't know where you're going when you go to the draft. And you don't know where you're going to finish. So I was those type of player who really didn't understand that very well. After what did happen to me in Denver, I thought I was like, if you are so good, why do you have to be traded? Why do you have to transfer somewhere? It took me a couple of years to understand that. That when I realized that my job as Dikembe Mutombo was to play basketball, but to play basketball where? In the NBA. It was not just to play basketball here. It was to have a job because, as you know, we love our job. All we want to do to be able to wake up the next day, know that we have a job and we're going to get paid and feed our family. So I came to the point to understand that no matter where I go, as long as I'm doing what they're asking me to do, I'll be fine with my teammates. I just need to go and be nice, go hard on practice, and let the coaches make a decision. And I did that. I ended up leaving a love to almost all of the coaches that coached me. So I'm lucky, man.
You came in studying medicine.
Yes.
To build a hospital, like at home, to build a hospital at home, knowing what your people going through and all that stuff, to build a hospital at home, it's like you finna build a center where all the medicine can be provided for anybody. Like, how did that make you feel to get a hospital and build a hospital at home?
And you got to name it after your mom.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's the ultimate cherry on top.
Straight up.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. In 97, going to 98, there was a civil arrest back in the Congo. Then my mom was not feeling well. So my dad was trying to get my mom to the hospital that was like 10 minutes away. But the soldiers told my dad, to go back in the house because there was so many shooting on the street. They didn't want nothing to happen to my father. So my father said, hey, my wife is not feeling well. We got to get to the hospital. But to make the story short, my dad get back in the house. My mom ended up passing away in the living room. So with all those circumstances of life, I realized that I have to do something. Then I asked myself a question. I came to America to study medicine in a journey that one day I will be becoming a doctor and go back home to Africa to practice. Now I'm in the NBA, making million dollars. And people are dying back home because of lack of medicine, lack of treatment, of lack of healthcare center. Want to just build a hospital and make a difference. So I started looking inside myself. What can I do? How would I do that? So I did have a cousin who welcomed me in Washington, D.C. So I went to see him. I said, Dr. Lewis, I'm interested about building a hospital back home because I always want becoming a doctor. It will be a nice thing for me to build something to take care of all those women and children that are dying in Africa. And my cousin was like, if it's your calling, if that's something you want to do, I will support you. With my experience being a doctor, I will help you make sure that you achieve your goal. He joined me on my journey, and I went and built this hospital that have treated more than 600,000 women and children, which I'm very proud of. The team that I have in the Congo, as we are talking today, in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start the construction of the brand new school in Congo in the memory of my father. So I'm building a $3.5 million school that goes from a kindergarten to 12th grade. So
that's amazing, man. Salute.
And the school will open in September 2021. So I'm so excited that what I'm doing in this world and the difference that I'm making.
That's why the blessings are here. Like, now you're a Hall of Famer. This game that you didn't know nothing about and so forth Dikembe Mutombo, a Hall of Famer, so well deserved. Wish we can give it to you soon as you announce your retirement. You know you're supposed to get it right away, but you're a Hall of Famer. To put Hall of Fame in front of your name, you Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo. Like, how did that feel to be in there with all them greats that you just strive and worked hard to be like?
I couldn't believe when my name was called out that I was part of the class.
Yeah.
2015. I was like, what?
Yeah, from a freshman.
Yes.
It doesn't happen to so many guys.
No.
Sometimes you have to wait a couple more years for you to get it. There's people who wait for 20, 30 years to get it. Yeah. But I got called on the first one.
Yeah.
I was like, I thank God, man.
Yeah.
There's nobody else. I thank God for all of the blessing, for me to be who I am. And I thank my teammates because, as you know, basketball is not a sport that you can play by yourself.
Yeah.
You have to have good teammates, man. People who believe in you, who will walk on a basketball court with you and go and win. Because we win with 5 guys and we lose with 5 guys on a basketball court. And so I always thank every one of my teammates that I play with. I thank my coaches. And don't forget, we always have to thank our trainers, guys who take care of us before we got to the
body right.
Yes.
Keep them bodies right, man. Keep them bodies
so,
right.
So I thank all those people.
All of the different things you've accomplished, you know what I'm saying, in basketball, you got, you know, you speak 9 languages, you know what I'm saying, got different degrees and things like that. But where did you get the passion to become the huge humanitarian? Like you say, you built the hospital. Right now you're building a school, and you've taken so much of your own personal and giving back to the Congo and just different charities. Every time I look up, like I see you at all of the NBA events, I feel like no, I'm serious though. Like I say this in an admirable way. Like I always see like Dikembe is always doing something, and it's always for the betterment of somebody else, and it's always some positivity. And it's like you got one of the most huge hearts when it comes to giving back and trying to help other people. Where do you think you got that from? And I mean, we look at it and you inspire us, and we salute you, and we say thank you for doing all that you do, for all that you impact. And I know those people that receive those impacts really, really are thankful for you. So where do you think that comes from?
I thank my mother and my father too. I think it was something they gave it to me as a child. They taught me so well about thinking about other people. And my mom, every time, even though we grew up so poor, my dad was a teacher, made $38 a month. My mom was like a housewife, but in the evening, he'd be selling sodas or something on the corner of the street so he can make extra $2 or $3 to feed her kids. And my mom, every time she would cook in the evening, even there's other kids in the neighborhood that don't have no food, they would come over our house and eat. And those are the things I took from my parents. And when I got blessed to play the game that we all love in the NBA, to make all the money, I said, I need to find a way to bless other people who are not in my shoes. And just to leave an impact in this world that we are living in. And the NBA give me the platform to call all the people who are successful to join me in my journey and to help me do what I want to do. Because I don't do all the work that I do around the world by myself. I always go with different friends who got good heart, and I say, hey, do you think you can give $1 million for something I want to do here? Can you do $500,000? Can you do 50,000? Can you do 10,000? So you call all those people, like with the school I'm building, I'm not putting my money. People are putting money in to help me go do something for the poor people because they believe in me. They know that if we give this money to Dikembe Mutombo, he will get it done like he did with his hospital. So it's
those
about
some
trust.
Really good friends you have there to be able to call. I need to be able to call me up and say, yo, let me get $1 million for this here over here, and we gonna. Hey, that's
I'll tell you what. That's what I love about NBA, man. I think there's so many people who love to be in our shoes, but we need to use this platform correctly. There's so many people that we do touch our fans when they come to see us to find a way to develop a great friendship with them, because when the game is over, you becoming the past. So you becoming also a basketball fan. Then when you go back to that clique, if you use that clique very well, you can become a successful.
Absolutely.
Straight up. You fell in love with this ball. Now you got a son that's a top prospect that fell in love with the same ball that you fell in love with. How do you feel about just seeing your blood, your baby boy, just falling in love with this game and starting to like it and be successful at it?
I'm so proud of him. He made me cry sometime I watch him in the game. I just sit there and say, keep going, young man. Keep chasing your dream. I think his goal for a long time, he wants to be better than me. And my job is to make sure that he get there.
Yeah.
That's why I do what I do every day, make sure I'm pushing him, make sure that he's eating what he's supposed to eat, he's lifting weight, he's going to the gym, work out with the coaches. He's at the gym right now. He left since 2 o'clock. He have not come back yet. So
yeah,
we're so
loving
proud
that
of
ball,
him,
loving that ball. That's what,
yeah,
we do. We love
we
that
have
ball.
to support them. When our children want to get to the game and be successful, we need to push them. We need to walk with them, make sure they get there where they want to go.
Yeah, yeah. I've been wearing a size 18 shoe since I was in 7th grade.
Oh, you got small feet.
My shoe. That's what I said. Hold on, let me finish. My shoe size. You know, me being 12 years old, wearing an 18 and all that stuff. Like I didn't heard all the big feet jokes there was. Like, man, but I know your foot is a little bit bigger than mine. So
I went 22.
Ooh.
It's not easy, man. It's not easy to find a shoe.
I'm in the 18. It's not easy. I'm trying to tell them that, like, hey, it's not dress
There's
shoes
only
and all
one
this.
place you can buy your shoes. It's Freedman.
Freeman, you already know where we get them dress shoes.
Freeman's
in the A. Shout out Freeman's in the A. I still got a pair of shoes in there. You know us big feet people. I mean, us big feet people. You know, once we get a pair of shoes, we can't fuck them up like that. We got to keep them because we might not get another pair.
You keep it for a long time. I
long
got some of the shoes I wear like for 5 years or 6 years. My wife be like, oh, why are you wearing that shoes again? Did you wear that last year? I said, what's wrong with my shoes?
Hey, this is what I want to ask, OG. So, you know, you coming from Africa and, you know, very humble beginnings, not having a whole lot. When you got to the NBA and you started getting them millions, right? I know you did things to take care of the family, but I got to hear something that you did for yourself. Something that you was like, I'm about to go, I got to go get something nice or treat myself one time. What did OG Mutombo, what did Mount Mutombo go splurge on as a young boy?
I did take care of myself 20 years ago when I was still in the league of Dominic. I always have a dream about living in a big mansion, big house. And I got it done in 2000. I was driving in Atlanta one day after practice. Our late brother, Lorenzo Wright. You remember Lorenzo Wright? Played with me.
Right.
Yeah, and after practice, our late friend told me, he said, Dick, there's this big house being built in the neighborhood, man, where I live. I think that house look like you fit it. So because we always talk about whose house is bigger than the other, I thought it was a joke. After practice, he said, no, just follow me, I'll show you the house. And soon then we drove by the house has been built. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's mine right there.
This is my house. I said, Dick, he said, oh, no, it's not for you to buy. I just want to show you. I said, no, I'm buying this house. And I drove inside and people were still walking there. I said, who's building this house? And the guy was standing there saying, I am. I said, is anybody buying it? He said, no. I told the guy, I said, I'm buying the house. Just there on the spot. I said, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to live here to the rest of my life. That's where I am.
Oh, that's what's up. That's dope.
Then when I retire, I said, I played in the NBA for 18 years, but it's always good to buy a beautiful car that you can drive for a long time after you retire. So I spent a little bit of money. I bought myself a nice, beautiful Phantom 4 doors.
Okay. Okay.
See
So
that?
with the
He can talk-
suicide doors, with the suicide
D-Miles, he can talk that Rolls
umbrellas
Royce
in the
talk
door.
with you. He
Yeah,
can talk that
umbrella
Rolls
in the
Royce
door.
talk with
Yeah,
you,
I
D-Miles. Look, y'all that roll.
I know.
Y'all double
Hey,
up, boys.
well deserving for a Hall of Famer. Now, well
thank you.
deserving.
So everybody, even my kids say, Daddy, are we driving your retirement car? They call it retirement car.
Yes.
All the
That
kids love
car, I drive it once a week. It doesn't leave the house.
it. Straight up on Sundays, huh?
That's Sunday's best right there.
That's Sunday's best right there. We're going to go to church and everything with this
Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Y'all can't wear nothing but your good clothes in here. Y'all can get in here in regular outfits now.
Hey, put these scuffies on. You can't get my fur on my carpet wrong.
You cannot eat inside my car, man. You cannot You cannot drink. All the kids know, even the wife knows that. You cannot eat or you cannot drink nothing in my car.
You can't drink that in the roads, baby.
No. They say, no, that's daddy car. Nobody mess with it.
There it is.
Hey, all the teams you done played for, if you had to pick 5 players to play with, who would be them 5 players out of all the team? Them 18 years of teammates you done had, what would be them 5 that you want to roll with?
God. So am I included or I'm out?
No, you out. You out. You the 6th man.
I'm a 6th man. That's good. I would have AI. I would have T-Mac.
Ooh.
I would have T-Mac at 2. No, maybe T-Mac at 3. I would pick up Mahmoud. Maybe put Mahmoud at 1.
Ooh, Mahmoud.
Abdul, right.
Ooh, throw Chuck at the 2.
Yeah.
I forgot about. Ooh.
Yeah.
At 5, I'll take Yao Ming any day.
Yao Ming. Start, bench, cut. Who would you start? Who would you bench? Who would you cut? Patrick
I know where it's going.
Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Shaquille O'Neal.
Ooh.
Who would you start? Who would you bench? Who would you cut?
No, I'm not answering this question. You don't go put me there. You're not putting me in trouble. I'm not answering this question. I refuse to answer this question. I'll tell you what.
You gotta think about it for a second. He said, no, you're not getting me in this trick, man.
Patrick Ewing will start, and I will bench the other 2 guys. I'm not cutting nobody.
Okay, we'll accept that.
I like that one.
We'll accept that.
I love all of the 3 guys, man. I'm not going to let them go, man.
Yeah, them are the guys. I already know.
You know, Shaq, he was one of the most dominant centers in the NBA. It'd be very difficult for me to even let Alonzo was one of the biggest centers in the NBA. It's hard, man, to let those guys go.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But because of the respect, I let Patrick Ewing start.
All right, man, that's a wrap, man. This has been huge, man. We got our OG, Mr. Dikembe Mutombo. There it is, Mr. No himself, pride of the Congo. Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate this, OG, man. This is you one of the ones we look up to, man. We grew up watching and we admire, and this was awesome for you to pull up with us like this, man. We appreciate you.
I appreciate guys. Thank you so much for having me, man. And I want you guys to keep doing what you're doing. Wish you all the success. Stay away from the bubble.
Stay away from the bubble. I got you, OG.